Anthony Hartwig here with a South Range girls basketball player profile. I'm joined by senior Emma Cunningham. Emma, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, senior year, it just feels like it's been in a heartbeat.
Mhm.
What has it been like for you to kind of realize that this is your last go around and deal with all the emotions that senior year can bring?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gone by quicker than I expected. It's heartbreaking to knowing that's my last year playing with these teammates, but I'm also excited for what's to come, and I'm excited to see how the team grows even when I leave.
Has senior year brought a little bit more like urgency to your game? Like, this is the last year to do something?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely I want to prove myself as much as I can because this is like the last chance I'm going to get playing with these girls and on this team. So I've definitely been trying to go into every game and play as hard as I can.
We've talked about it in your post-game interviews before, a little bit of a slow start to this season, but you guys have really kind of figured each other out and you've gotten closer as a team. From your perspective, what's that experience been like going through a season and growing with this team and getting a little bit more comfortable with each other on the floor?
Yeah, I think as soon as you click outside of the court, everything on the court kind of falls into place. We had a rough beginning. Some things were going on, but we figured it out. We came together, and we played as a team. And once you figure it out off the court, everything
Mhm.
just it just fell into place for us.
What were some of the things that this team did to get back together, like to get that whatever was going on figured out and to get back to the one unified team that we see on the court today?
Yeah, I think we just kind of realized that we're a team. It's not just any one individual. We can't win games as individuals. So I think the rough start that we had to the season really showed us what we need to do to win games and how we need to figure it out to come together.
Not only have you guys come together, but it seems like you guys have gotten a lot more confident too.
Mhm.
What have been some of the keys to that? Getting confident after that slow start and staying with the process and being confident in your ability to score.
Yeah, I think we were all kind of shaky going into the season, but even in practice, just pick each other up when you're down. You always have another chance, and we always make sure that our teammates know there's always another play to make, there's always another point to score. So not letting one component of the game get us down really helped us, and that was something in practice that we worked on, and it showed in the game at the end of the
You
season too.
you've been working at basketball for a long time. You've been not just playing for South Range, playing in AAU, trying to work your craft continually. How much do you think you've grown since freshman season Emma to now senior season Emma?
Oh my gosh, so much. I think with time comes experience. So the last 4 years have just been an absolute blast for me. Not only to grow as a basketball player, but to grow as an individual. And I think all the people who has come in and out of South Range has really helped me with that as well.
Obviously, a lot of changes. What do you think of the biggest change in your game has been over the last 4 years?
I think I finally got confident in myself and I started taking the ball to the hoop. I think that was the one thing that I never did freshman and even in the beginning of sophomore year. I was kind of afraid to drive, get in the mess, get in the paint. But I think I figured it out, and AAU was definitely a big part of that. But that's how I get like 50% of my points. So I think that's what really changed for me.
Was there a moment or a game, maybe it was an AAU game, maybe an AAU weekend, or maybe it was in high school season, that you think it like clicked that you can do that and that's part of your game and you got confident in your ability to do that?
Yeah, so actually, I before like even freshman sophomore year, I never had to be a big, so I was really never in the paint at all. And then, I joined this AAU team, and they're like, "All right, get under the hoop, get rebounds." I was like, "Ooh, it's a whole new ball game under there." So I think that definitely helped me as well because I never really had an experience down there.
You're getting rebounds and you're getting blocks. Every game I'm at, you're getting 4 or 5 blocks per. Don't have the numbers in front of me, but I imagine you're leading the NE8 in block shots. What do you take from that? I mean, how have you learned how to be a rim protector down there, down low in the paint?
I really don't know how it happened. I think I finally figured out how to use. I have such lengthy arms, lengthy limbs. I think I finally grew into them, learned how to use them a little bit. Once something clicks, it stays with you forever. So once I figured out like I could do that, it kind of just stuck with me from then on.
Once you figured out, okay, I can block shots, how much work did you put into like fine tuning the technique and making sure that you're doing everything the right way?
Yeah, so that was definitely one of my major like defensive points to work on was, if you can stop a layup, stop a layup. I was trying to like get layups low, take the ball away from them before they even go up. But once I figured out how to just get it out of there altogether, I really worked on that, and that's what I stuck with for the rest of my career.
All right, what's the better feeling than swatting somebody out of the gym into the cafeteria, which you did the last home game, right into the cafeteria, or a big three?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Because you've done both.
I definitely think getting a block is like the number one feeling basketball that you can do. It's like uplifting. I hate to say it because I feel like that sounds bad, but it is.
How much energy do you get after the block from your teammates? Like that's got to fire everybody else up too.
Yeah, and I think it really it brings a lot of energy to the game. Something big like that happening really it gets the bench involved, it gets the players around you involved, and it gets like a good feeling to everybody around. It's really an energy change.
All right, obviously, people that have followed us in South Range for a while know that last name pretty well. I want to talk about your family a little bit and the heritage that you've had as a basketball player with the people that have come before you. How much has that helped you, and how much have you grown with your family and taken advice from your family as well?
Mm-hmm. My brothers, my dad, they're the whole entire reason I even picked up a basketball in the first place. And obviously, my oldest brother, Joey, was not only, an starter his whole entire life, but then he went on to coach. He coached Mooney, coached South Range for a little bit. And he's coached me. He's been my biggest supporter, my biggest coach throughout anything. He's taught me everything that I need to know. And then Mikey, another player, he came through South Range his sophomore year and played basketball. And I've definitely grown up playing with him. So he's also taught me everything I know. He's got me aggressive, got me going to the hoop more. They were my best coaches throughout my entire career.
All right, looking back at Mike's game, what do you think is the one thing that you kind of emulate of him that you think that you do, just as well as he did or do like he did back when he played at South Range?
He's always preached defense to me. So I think, my defensive skills, reading the player, reading where the ball's at, I think that's definitely what I picked up from him. And I personally think that was his best trait as a player too. He was always best on defense, always give 110%. So that's also what I try to do. So I think that's the main thing that I took from him.
Obviously, you look up to your brothers, but there's got to be a little bit of sibling rivalry too, right? There's got to be a little bit knocking heads, getting competitive. How did you guys get competitive? What do you guys get the most fired up about?
So, we're all competitive. We always play one-on-one, no matter where we are. If there's basketball, it's going to be one-on-one. And it's more of a physical game. We both want to win. And he can't have his little sister beating him, so that's really where his competitiveness shines through. It's the urge to win. We need to win. You can't walk out of there with a loss.
What part of the games do you have an edge on? Like, what did you try to use when you're playing them one-on-one to say, like, I got you on this, and I can
Right.
get you?
So obviously the height difference is there. So I really got to lock down on defense. And I think guarding him, I take him out of the paint, push him out of there, get him on the 3-point line, and try to just get my hands in there and pick the ball out of him as quick as I can.
Obviously, with the strength, the speed is better than anyone you see on the floor that you're going up against. How much does that really? I mean, we're having fun, we're joking around with it, but how much does that really help you in your game to have someone like that to go up against one-on-one all the time?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that has impacted me. I know it's all for fun, but that has been one of the biggest impacts that I've had. You'll never see a player that tall or that have that much strength, like you said, in a girls' basketball game. So, the ability to move without the ball and really get physical into the girl you're guarding has definitely helped me so much.
All right, we're talking about athletes and athleticism so much, but you are a student athlete too at South Range, so we have to talk about your schooling as well. What have been some of your favorite subjects and some of the things that you've really liked learning at South Range?
So I think this is kind of weird, but I think my favorite subject was biology. I had a thing for it, and it kind of clicked with me, so I really liked it. And then chem was another one of my the subjects that I really liked a lot. And then I started getting into CCP classes, so I'm taking a few classes from YSU, and that has really shown me what college is going to be like and how academics have changed and a higher level of schooling. So that was also really cool to do at South Range.
What's it like taking college classes while you're taking high school classes and you're not in college yet, but you're getting exposed to what college is going to be like next year?
It's honestly, I think it's the best opportunity that I've got out of South Range. I'm in person, I'm in these classes, and it's like it's basically it's a head start. I'm getting credit, I'm getting experience for these college classes. And it's also pretty cool, the first day when you go around trying to introduce yourself and you say, "Oh, I'm a senior in high school," and everybody kind of looks at you like, what are you doing here?" It's pretty cool. It's really cool, and it's a great opportunity to get a head start into college classes.
So how much are you still at South Range compared to on campus taking college classes?
So this year, the first semester of school, I was at YSU basically like every day a week more than I was at South Range.
Mhm.
But this semester, I'm taking like I think 3 or 4 classes at South Range, but it's just like painting and cooking, and I'm a student mentor. But then I'm also taking like 2 online classes at YSU, and I think I like this better because I'm enjoying my senior year
Right.
more. Hmm.
That was gonna lead to my next question. Obviously it's a great benefit, but it's got to be hard to stay connected with your friends and stay social when you're not at the school. So what was that like your first semester in the first half of basketball season, not being connected with your teammates outside of the gym and trying to balance that with, still trying to enjoy your senior year?
Hmm. Yeah, that was one of the main reasons that I switched my schedule like I did this semester because in the first semester I barely saw anybody from South Range aside from going to basketball practice, like you said. So it was really tough. I wouldn't do that again just because I felt like I was missing out on some of the things that I could have been doing as a senior in school. But yeah, it definitely had a change for me second semester. Now that I get to see everybody and be with everybody again and really get more chemistry with them.
We've seen a lot of success out of South Range Athletics, especially in the last 7 years. I mean, you look at the state championship appearances since 2015 from South Range Sports. Some it's incredible. It's raised the bar for everybody. Do you feel that as an athlete that you see other teams succeed and you feel like you want to go out there and be the next team that does something like that?
Oh yeah, 100%. You see our football program state championship, and just like the last few years, we've gone so far in basketball, football, however you want to say it. But yeah, it's definitely like you. It's almost like a competitive thing. Like you see all these other players and all these other teams completing so many different goals, and it's like you want to be right next to them. You want to go out and do it too.
Tournament time is like right around the corner. I mean, how much has the thought process been for this team that at the end of the day, the regular season, at the end of the season doesn't really matter if you go and make a run in the tournament. Everybody starts 0 for 0. So how much are you using these last couple of weeks is just that mindset of let's get ourselves the best we can before those brackets start.
Yeah, the end of the season, like I always think January and like the beginning of January is like tournament month. Like we have to start practicing at like how we're gonna play in the tournaments, and every game that we have from that point on is like this is how we're gonna do in the tournament. You only have one chance in the tournament, so we need to kind of perfect everything and get everything organized.
You haven't had senior night yet, but I'm going to ask when you do what you expect out of that night and what you expect your emotions will be like when you kind of get that reality, that sense of reality that it is your last year right in your face.
Yeah, I think the emotions are going to be high. I'm one of 2 seniors on the team, so me and Tatum Klish. I think it's going to be a very emotional night for us both because she's played 3 years and I played 4 years, and we've just been together the entire time. So I think realizing that this is our last game that we're going to be playing together is going to hit us pretty hard.
So when you look at it and you look at yourself off the court, I want to get to know you a little bit off the court too. We're going to hit you with some rapid fire questions. First one is favorite dessert, what you got?
My favorite dessert is probably Handel's ice cream. It's pretty common, but chocolate cake batter ice cream from Handel's is definitely my favorite dessert.
So not just chocolate, but it's got to be that cake batter. You add a little
Mhm.
sweeten to it, right?
Yep.
What do you think now that we go from dessert? What's your favorite like healthy food? Like the one that you have to eat when you're like, okay, I've eaten too much ice cream. I better get healthy a little bit.
Yeah. I have such a bad sweet tooth, so I probably should squeeze in some healthy things every now and again. My favorite healthy food is probably any type. I love fruit. I'm a
Mhm.
big fruit person, so like apples, bananas, grapes, any type of fruit, I'll love to eat easily.
While we're on the food subject, snack bags are a big part of road games and high school sports. What teammate's parent gives you the best snack bag on the team?
Whew. Oh, that's a tough question. I don't know. You know what? Our she's not a parent to anybody on the team, but Mrs. Freedy has been our bus driver for a little bit, and she always has a snack ready to go, and it's definitely my favorite thing to look forward to on those bus
She cheats.
rides.
I know Mrs. Freedy. She cheats. She does way above and beyond any parent would go to for you guys.
Yep.
What's one thing that would go in that snack bag that you would say this is a grade A snack bag because this particular thing is in it?
I love any type of candy. Like when there's suckers in those in like snack bags, it's game over. I love
Game over.
candy. My sweet
We
tooth.
you guys get to rock to a nice playlist before the games. I'm wondering what your personal playlist kind of looks like.
Well, I love like 2010, 2000 music. Like the pop music in 2010 is like my all-time fave. I have a whole playlist I listen to every single day of it.
Do you have any guilty pleasure songs that you kind of hide from your friends that you still rock to?
I gotta think. I think Riding Solo by Jason Derulo is probably my favorite song ever, and I don't want people to know that, so that's probably it.
Well, you just outed yourself a little bit. It's
I know,
okay.
a little.
Are you more of an organized person, or are you more of kind of like go on the fly with stuff?
You know what? It depends on the day. I'm like 50-50. Honestly, sometimes have everything all in order, and other days I'm like where I don't know where anything is. So I split it right down the middle.
Do you think that number's grown since you started taking college classes? Has that made you have to be a little bit more organized?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely more of a responsibility, and you don't have teachers reaching out to you and saying, "Turn this in on this date, this date, this date." It's pretty much like you have to do it. You have to remember everything for yourself. So that's definitely how to make me more organized.
All right, before I let you go, I want you to talk about your future real quick, what your plans are after South Range and what you have going on after that.
So right now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to YSU to major in either information technology or computer science. And I further on want to specialize in cybersecurity. Computer programming and everything like that has been something that like my dad does, my brother does, my sister does. They've all have majors in it and whatnot, and I've grown to really like it. And I think what I want to do with my future too.
All right, Emma, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. It was great to hear from you. Great to get to know you a little bit off the floor as well. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the season, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you so much.